Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. This is Overkill here, and we've got a lot to talk about, so what I'm going to do is just jump on in. If you guys are keeping track of what's going on right now, we are getting really close to this worldwide celebration. So what they did is they decided to go ahead and change it from just being a download celebration so now it's actually going to be a worldwide celebration. Obviously, they just realized that they're going to hit a glass ceiling, as I've heard a lot of people say. They're not going to be able to keep getting 50 million people to download the game every year. It's just not going to happen. So they changed the name, which is probably fitting in the long run because they're going to be able to continue to make content for that specific type of event because it's a JP and global dual celebration. So everybody gets to have some fun here. Um, Cool thing is right here, this Dokkan Now, the special that you're going to see right here, you're actually going to be able to participate in watching a live stream of what they're going to talk about, and they're most likely going to reveal the characters. There's a lot of speculation that's actually going to pop up the banners during that special where they're actually going to be talking about everything that's coming. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to sit here and talk about what's going on right now a little bit, what's going to be coming. We're going to compare against what happened last year, and then we're going to talk about the banners a little bit, what might be there, what might not be there. And as usual, if you guys are new to the channel, if you haven't done so yet, consider hitting that like, subscribe today if you like the content and you want to keep up to date on Dokkan. And I appreciate all the love. So anyway, what we're going to do is we got this physical exclusive character summon. Typically, I've gone in on every single one of those, but we're just too close. And the sad thing is, this Gohan here is really good, and so is Boo. They're both decent, but they both essentially are about to get replaced. On Japanese version, Gohan just got replaced, and I have a good feeling it might not be true, but I have a good feeling we're probably going to have a Super Boo that's going to transform into Buhan. Now, again, that could be something. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But these two characters are really good. They're both, respectively, they're Key plus 4 for Super Class and Extreme Class for Physical Type. And then they have this standalone Phys Type Key plus 3 and Super Type Attack and Defense plus 40%, or Boo gets the Extreme Type Attack and Defense plus 40%. So they're great support units. They're great. They have great leader skills, but it's just at this point I just can't do it. I can't go in on those. I need to save stones for the new worldwide celebration because it's going to be fire. You know it's going to be something good, and we know that there's going to be a legendary summon banner in the part 2. So yeah, now is not the time to be spending stones. This will be back sometime soon. They're not absolute needs. They're good, but they're not absolutely needed. So then we also got the Hercule campaign that's going on. If you guys aren't doing so, buy the medals from him. They're in the Baba shop down here. And you'll be able to, if you click here, you can go to the Zenny section. Zenny is where they're at. You can get 5 of them every day. I've already bought mine for this 5 day just because I'm going to go ahead because he's getting an Extreme Z Awakening. So I'm going ahead and trying to get 5 more so I can go ahead and get the super attack and not have to use any Kais. I got the Zenny right now, as you can see at the top there. They gave us so much Zenny during the 5th year anniversary that you should have some money. On top of that, if you guys need a chance to, you can also grind out the Extreme Z battles to be able to get more Zenny if you do it past the level 30. I've done a few of those. Broly, I think I've got over level 100. So you can get plenty of Zenny if you just grind it out. You can also go ahead and buy the Hercules if you don't want to do the friend summons. There's 3 available every single day, so after just like 7 days, you'll be able to have 21 of them. If you wanted to keep going, then you could keep doing the what I'm doing here, trying to get the extra super attack. It's not necessary though. I haven't rainbowed mine yet because you do get rewards if you have him LR'd, super attack 20. You get all those rewards from those campaigns. But I haven't done so yet because I'm waiting to find out exactly what his Extreme Z Awakening is going to be. I want to know what we're going to do as far as like crits and additionals and all that stuff. So what's really cool too is this Dokkan Festival down here. This is good because they actually gave us a lot more content than they did on last year's banner. With last year's, we didn't get near as many of the good characters coming out that we did this time. Or at least what I mean is the window closed a lot closer. So Namek Goku on this time last year wouldn't have been on there. Piccolo wouldn't have been on there. There was a bunch of characters that came out later in the year. Piccolo actually came out in January. That was way later than the cutoff date was for last year. So that's really cool because Namek Goku's on here, Piccolo's on here. We've got Hit. Now, the Japanese version also has Zamasu and Trunks, I believe it is. So we did get a little bit burned on that, but we also got those two a lot later. But well, actually no, because Piccolo was in January. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing exactly. They could have thrown Zamasu and Trunks on there, but it is what it is. There's still a lot of good characters on there. There's what, like 70 featured units or something like that. It's insane because you got to go. It takes every single Dokkan Fest that you get that's been in the game up to this date. Probably where Piccolo's probably the cutoff. With that, though, you also get to get tickets. They're going to give you every 50 stones that you spent, you're going to get a treasure. You're going to be able to exchange that treasure for their tickets, or there's also going to be a chance to be able to just buy a character straight up, depending on how much they are. Everyone's speculating, nobody knows. So until the downloads or the celebration starts, there's not really a way of knowing. But at least the banner is there. You should also already have at least 12 tickets. You should have 12 at this point. This is a Monday night for me. We're on the 24th of August, so that way you guys can kind of tell where you're at. This is going to go up tonight, though, so you'll be able to see. But yeah, so there's a lot of good characters on here. They're going to give you stones, or they're going to give you these tickets according to how many stones you spent over the last year. Like I said, if you guys want to, you can exchange them for those. If you're a new player, you need to summon on this. Don't just go trying to buy one specific character because you could get shafted, but you can also get really really lucky, and you can pick up a lot of good characters that you probably do not have. So if you started at 5 year anniversary, you're not going to get that many, but you'll be able to get enough because they gave us almost 1,000. So you should get easily, 20 tickets, 21 tickets, somewhere like that. You'll get a few multis, but you're probably not even going to have enough to be able to buy a character straight up anyway. It would be my guess. Also, they also put this in. It's just worth mentioning. They put a 50 stone or a 50 ticket one. That way, if you want to do 50 characters at once and make it a little faster, that's probably going to help for people like myself who've been playing like since day one. So you all have a lot more tickets probably. I think last year I think I got like 350 tickets somewhere in that area. So we'll just see what it is. I'll have to go back and check. I think it was around 350, 300, something like that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's talk about what's going to happen here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the internet here, the web browser. Now, this is what last year's looked like. Of course, there was a movie, there was a login bonus, there's crazy stuff. There's the download celebration right there. So UI Goku, I think, was the newest one, and Frieza and Goku. So they definitely gave us like a heck of a cutoff date because those two came out, I want to say, in August of last year, or no, August of the previous year. So they gave us a heck of a cutoff there. There was also obviously there was a lot of challenges and stuff like that they like to have competitions between Global and JP. JP always gets whatever they're wanting. There's been years where they've tanked purposely so they could get Frieza, which was last year, and then there was or no, it was the year before. And then of course they wanted Cell, and they just absolutely obliterated Global. They're just it's such a higher competitive fan base. Plus, you got to think too because a lot of the big time whales that you see, especially here on YouTube, they tend to gravitate towards JP just because it's newer content, because they're 6 months ahead. I wish they'd just get us on the same time frame because then that would probably eliminate some of that. There's also, of course, getting Dragon Stones. This would be nice if they brought this back. This obtain Dragon Stones, eat up, and fight missions. Obviously, they'll make it a little bit different. And then there's the banners. It's always going to be in a super extreme dual Dokkan Fest. So you're going to have an LR that's going to be a good guy, which at this moment we have a soft confirmation that it's going to be Vegito. A lot of people are upset about that. I think it's okay. He's a moneymaker. Everybody loves Vegito. It's going to be a Goku and Vegeta card, I have a feeling. So they're going to change it and have Vegeta Angel in there. I had some discussion with some people about this online where they were talking about that it's going to replace the old Vegito and Goku card. And it doesn't matter whether they make the Goku and Vegeta card Super Saiyan or they make him base form, because Vegeta's going to be an angel in this one. I just have a feeling. So that no matter what they do, it's going to have Goku and Vegeta Angel in the name. So you'll be able to run them with the other characters. They had a heck of a lot of discounts. You could be able to get a lot of stuff. They gave us another God Dragon Stone. So you'll be able to go pick up another free character. This is great for brand new players. And then you also have the chance to be able to get a purple Dragon Stone if you buy stones on certain ones. There's a certain discount one that gives you the stones. Of course, there was all the new events. They're going to have all these new events coming out. There's going to be one in particular that's coming out that's related to the Majin Buu story. It's probably going to be the finale going into it. It's where they fight Kid Buu on the Supreme Kai's planet. And of course, we've already got the first two events. So they kind of did really nice here. Ooh, the Chamber of Spirit and Time would be a good event. I don't think that's been back like one time since this came out. So that'll be interesting. I hope they bring that back because that was actually really nice. Super Battle Road, we've already know that we got new stages coming to that. They just got some on the Japanese version. It it would probably be coming sooner rather than later for a global, I would say. It's not out of the realm of possibility that we go ahead and get some of those stages now. We already know that there's going to be a new Dokkan boss rush, so that's a given. That's going to be coming. And then we've also got the tickets. And then there's just some awards. Virtual Clash, the Ultimate Clash there. They'll probably have a special edition version one of that. It ends in 5 days, so it's almost guaranteed. This is also the last year they gave us Krillin and Android 18 that added to that. So that would be interesting to see if they give us something new, like new characters that you can buy out of the Baba shop that are like 18 and Krillin were. Both of them are phenomenal units. Krillin stacks defense, Android 18 stacks attack, and she has perks that gives her supers and extra supers and stuff like that. So she was really good. And then, of course, this is cool because they gave us all those banners back. It'll be interesting to see whether we get that. It'll be really interesting. And then part two was very. I don't want to say it was a disappointment last year, but there was no legendary summon banner that featured like a Bye Guys Goku like everybody thought there was. But that's enough of what the celebration was like last year. You can expect that it's going to be very similar to that. What I want to talk about though is the banners. There's a whole lot of speculation, a whole lot of talk about what these banners will and won't look like. So if we were just to go off of last year's for the Super one, obviously I would say you're going to have Vegito, the Angel Vegeta, and Goku card that's going to be most likely, of course, the headliner. And then they're going to have a secondary character. There's all kinds of characters that they could use from just the fight with Buhan all the way up until the very end if they really wanted to. There could be a Hercule card, but we know we're getting a free to play one. And there's also the Extreme Z Awakening for the LR. So he's kind of suspect. I don't know that that'll be there. It could be a Majin Buu card, like a super type Majin Buu, the Fat Buu. It could be an Angel Vegeta. It could be some kind of a Super Saiyan 2 Goku because he fought as a Super Saiyan 2 before he transformed Super Saiyan 3. Again, he didn't. He rushed into that fight and said, if I would have started from the beginning of Super Saiyan 3, I probably could have won. That could be a card they give us because there's not a lot of Super Saiyan 2 Gokus that are like a Dokkan Fest style version. They don't have like Fierce Battle. All of them have Shattering the Limit except for the newest one that was an Angel Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So that would be interesting to have a new card like that. Maybe even we get like there could be an exchange unit. You know that could be a thing. It could be a Super Saiyan 2 Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Goku that exchanges with Vegeta. You never know. It could be any of those things. I really feel like the LR that's going to be coming in the Legendary Summon is obviously going to be a Kid Buu. We don't have any LR Kid Buu, so that's probably a dead giveaway. And then, of course, they kind of built these units. Int Future Gohan better be on this banner. That is all I've got to say. He should take where Gogeta's spot's at. The Super Saiyan Gogeta from the Broly movie. That is where Future Gohan should be. I swear. He has not been back in forever. Then we got, of course, we're going to have, since it's a Vegito card, probably going to have the two EZAs, the agility one, and then you're going to have the physical Vegito that's going to be back. This actually would be an interesting time, and it's actually been close to that time, that we could be getting a renewal of that Vegito EZA, which would give us most likely the Tech Vegito, and we would also get the Intelligence one that'll get EZAs and make them a lot better. That would be crazy. That base form Vegito, if they just give him attack and defense, and then keep his support style, man, he'll be a beast. It's kind of hard to say what other units will be on here. Of course, like I said, Future Gohan has got to be back. This has got to be. He has to be on there. So we know we're getting the two Vegitos most likely. I could see them possibly throwing that physical Piccolo on here. Maybe Namek Goku. I think a good one that they could put on here, but we probably won't get it because he's going to come back in a couple months, would be the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. He'd be a great unit to throw on this banner. Kind of just ties in with everything. We don't have Gotenks yet, and notably, this is actually something we need to talk about. There was a difference between the global and Japanese version. So on a global, we got Transforming Vegeta, which was a huge letdown for us because he'd already been on numerous amount of banners. The Japanese version got Transforming Trunks, which means, unfortunately, this downside to that, the Japanese version will probably have Super Saiyan Gotenks, the Gotenks that transforms all the way up to Super Saiyan 3. That sucks for us on global, but that's, they're ahead, and they haven't came back since global or Golden Week, so that's a good possibility they're going to pop up there. Anyway, so there's a few units that we could get. Obviously, I think that it would be beneficial to have Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, as well as on the extreme type, we should get the Majin Vegeta should come back. Obviously, Super Boost probably going to be on this one. As far as villain cards go, it's really difficult. We could have a Babidi card. We could get a Deborah. No, we don't need another Deborah. We just got one not so long ago. We could get an Evil Boo, or maybe a Boo Gotenks could be a possibility. Boo Piccolo. There's a few cards that they could do that with. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to make that transforming card that goes into Buuhan. They could use Piccolo, the Boo Piccolo. They could use the Boo Gotenks. They could use Super Boo. They could use No, they can't use Buff Boo. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Either way, you're going to have to use Kai's probably for their super attack for most likely both characters. And they're going to be LR, so it's going to be a lot of Kai's. On this banner, though, we should definitely see that Super Boo, the Strength Super Boo will be on there. Buuhan's definitely going to be on there because he gets an easy A. They could, with that, also bring an easy A for, well, let's see. Boo Gotenks, what does he use? What does Boo Gotenks use? Was it the Gotenks medals? I'd have to double check that. But we could get a couple easy A's for Buuhan if they feel the love. But there's not really many units that use those Buuhan medals to be able to give him the Extreme Z Awakenings. And then, of course, because that fits the theme down here with the two cells. And then we're also going to get, most likely, who would be the counterparts? Oh, Cooler, of course, Cooler. SER Cooler, to go along with this, better be on the Extreme type banner. Cooler hasn't been around in forever, so we need him to be there. That was a huge shaft whenever we got the Beerus banner. They better give us Strength Cooler. If he's not, we riot. That's what I say. We riot if he's not here. And then, I mean, if they're going to fill them out with some of these other characters that, that we've seen a couple times. We just got Android 13, so he's not going to be back on there. Let's see. What other villains did we have recently? I would be very shocked to see Android 13 on there again, but you never know. They could do that. And then, of course, the Japanese version, like I said, they had, instead of Super Boo, they had Zamasu. So you're going to definitely probably have, this banner is going to be great on the Japanese version, because it's going to have that exchange Fat Boo with Evil Boo, and it's also going to have the new Boo, and then it's going to have, it's going to be a much better banner than the global one. That's really a shame for us. So they really do need to fix it to where we get at least the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku and the Majin Vegeta. That would be definitely a win for us, at least if we at least get them on there, so we can have something to go along with the Strength Cooler and into Future Gohan. Neither of which I have. So both banners are going to be beneficial to me. I don't need either of the Vegetos, unfortunately. I don't need either of the Buuhans. I could use the Super Boo, but it's not here nor there. And depending on what unit they use for the LR, it might not even work if they use a Super Boo. So anyway, that's going to be the video. You guys tell me what you want to do. Are you guys going to summon for Vegeto? You going to summon for the Buuhan card? Again, we don't have a 100% confirmation, but it's all but guaranteed at this point. Both of those events are going away in a couple of days, which means they're going to renew it with new events. It's crazy because we don't have the 4th stage for the Buuhan event, because we don't have the Super Boo that just came out on the Japanese version with Gotenks. But anyway, like I said, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't summon on physical banner. Again, save your stones. Do what you can to fight the urge. Save your tickets if you want to. My recommendation on those tickets would be to save them, even the free ones that you're getting right now, just so that you can have I always feel like it's a better deal than summoning once at a time to summon a bunch of times, because at least you have, the whole point of the game is to summon. That's what they want you to do. So I would recommend waiting and saving those until you can actually summon a bunch of times. But anyway, guys, again, that's going to be the video. Grind up the free-to-play cards. Try to do the chain battle. Chain battle is a big deal, and it's also very difficult. If you don't have the units, you're going to have a heck of a time, but there's a lot of stuff in there that you can get for free, and the equipment is obviously very vital to today's meta. But anyway, I will catch you guys next time on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Thanks, guys.